What is up, my crypto legends? How is everyone doing? Hope you're having a fantastic day today. Let's analyze the situation with Bitcoin, Ethereum, S&P 500 and some other markets, guys. See what's going on. Make sure to absolutely destroy that like button. I'm going to explain in this episode why I'm in a small long position here on Bitcoin. I do think that the 23.6k levels can be reached, but I am of course bearish in the midterm. Short term, a little bit bullish, and this is something I want to explain right away in this live stream, guys. First of all, make sure to absolutely destroy that like button. I'm going to quickly say hello here to the community. What I need you while you're coming in is just to destroy that like button, and I'm going to go right away through the comment section. But we're going to analyze Bitcoin. We can analyze the S&P 500. I think S&P 500 is poised for a major correction. We could add a little bit of more pumpy action, maybe claim these highs and then get that correction. We're going to go through the S&P 500 right away also after Bitcoin. If you do not mind, I think it is very important to take a look at the traditional stocks. You can take a look at the S&P, Dow Jones, and NASDAQ. They move relatively very similar. So I prefer S&P 500, other people prefer Dow Jones, and other people prefer NASDAQ, but they do move very, very similar. Now, we can also analyze Ethereum and some, different cryptos, but of course, the number one crypto being Bitcoin. I'm going to explain why this is a huge level right now where I am longing at this moment, and I do think that we can come as high as 23.6k level where there's a big resistance, and then potentially continue back down. Okay, we want to range trade. We want to take a look at important levels, take advantage, and of course, if I am in a position, I want to explain why did I enter the position, right? This is what you need to know, and why I'm protecting my position just in case this actually doesn't work out. But there was enough confluence at this level for a potential day trade or a small swing trade to some slightly higher levels. Of course, like I said, if I'm wrong, I've waited for the consolidation. I've seen the volume and the volatility, and I have had time to step in. I'm going to explain right away this scenario on BTC. So, yeah, let's dive in here straight through the comment section and say hello to the community. Joseph, let's go. How are you doing, my man? We're going to take a look at Bitcoin, do a little bit of short-term analysis. I am quite bearish for the midterm. Maybe in the next coming days we could see some bullish momentum, and I'm going to explain right away just after this correction, okay? But I am quite bearish. I do think that lower levels after this kind of double top scenario, ascending channel inside of a massive bearish momentum trend, of course, you know, lower is more likely in my opinion. But short term, I think we could get a pretty nice, decent bounce because we are at very strong support levels. And I'm going to explain right away. Chris on fire, how are you doing? James, hello. Joseph, thank you, my man. You are the best. I've got one of my strongest moderators. I've also got Racing Pixel. I can see also there is Mark Dutch, also one of my strongest moderators. Seb is in here. Wow, guys, thank you very much. I got a few moderators here giving me insane support. Thank you guys for joining the live stream. Let's take a look here. You guys think we're going up or down? Very good question. I do think that we could see a little bit of bullish momentum. Now, I could be totally wrong, but yeah, we could come down from this range. I am looking for that large correction on the S&P 500 and also on Bitcoin and some other altcoins also. Immediate short term, I could see a larger relief pump. All right, we can go through this right now in 1 second. So hello Chris, thanks for joining. Chris is an insane supporter for many months. Bogo fan, hello. James Booger, fan and short-term brother. Let's take a look. Short-term and mid-term. Hello everyone, let's go, says Rob. Rob, how are you doing? Pratesh, thanks for joining. DTN, Filecoin, please. Yeah, we're gonna take a look at Filecoin after taking a look at a few cryptos such as Bitcoin and Ethereum. What's up, my Tether legends? How are you doing, Bernie? How are you? Let's start the live now. I am waiting, says Riyadh. Okay, calm down. Andy sleeping. Yeah. Just a few minutes while I was getting everything ready, guys. Don't panic. Let's go, Andy. Arben, how are you? Right. Hello, everyone. Hello. You are awesome, Andy, says Aditya. You too, my man. Thank you very much. Bogo, hello. Happy and profitable trading, says Murat. Absolutely. Dan, how are you doing? The Lost Orc. Right, guys, let's dive in straight into the content. I said hello to almost everyone. Moderators, Mark Dutch, Joseph, Racing Pixel, Seb, thanks for joining the live stream. You guys rock. Let's dive in, guys. Let's take a look at Bitcoin and why do I think that a small relief pump potentially to round about the 23.6 is very possible, despite that I am bearish midterm for Bitcoin, and I'm also bearish for the S&P 500. I'm actually shorting the S&P 500 at this moment. I got a tight stop loss because I do see a little bit of more bullish momentum. We can go through the S&P 500 also, and also Bitcoin. Okay. First of all, Bitcoin. Right. Let's dive in here straight into the content here on the 4 hourly, because what is happening with Bitcoin is that we are still in this ascending channel. We are in a local uptrend for quite a few weeks right now. Looking at the 4 hourly chart, we do have some major important levels. Now this 4 hourly level has been insanely respected here. After this situation right there, having that exhaustion, we did have the corrective move. Once we had the corrective move here, then we can see we retested the 4 hourly level right there to perfection. You know, we can go to the 1 hourly, this purple horizontal line. We had a little bit of volatility, but retesting that major resistance level, very much retested in the past. This was just a fake pump, came straight back down. And it was a beautiful level that we retested. This was the $24,170. This was a 4 hourly close high major resistance level that we did detect here from the 20th of July. Now, what is happening right now? Why is Bitcoin pumping at this moment after this reaction that we did have at this daily level. I mean, this level has been claimed. What level? The $22,600 area, 22,600, 22,500. As you can see, it's a major low level. This is why I'm expecting a pretty nice bounce from this range, okay? Apart that it's from a daily level, okay? We can zoom out here and I'll show you why is it an important daily level. This daily level is huge resistance, huge support, sorry. Low levels from December of 2020 and high levels, okay, we got two daily major levels. We were trading for over a week inside of $22,500 and $24,000. As you can see, this major large consolidation is giving us some important levels at the 23.8 and also at the 22.6 approximately. If I fast forward here and check out this daily level, okay, from the 22.6, we actually got a pretty nice reaction from this level. Check out here the 28th of July. We were getting that volatility from this level. As soon as we got above this range, these daily levels, okay, have been very much respected. We got a beautiful bounce right there. We are getting that bounce right now at this moment. But not only because it's a daily level, not only because it's a liquidity grab below these lows over here, it's also, let me zoom out on the 4 hourly and let's talk about a major strategy that we have been talking about for the last few days. Taking a look at the 15-minute chart, taking a look at the 5-minute chart, market structure and volume. Volume indicates where the pressure is going, guys, okay? So where's the pressure going right now? We are in a local uptrend for the last few weeks. We are also in a major uptrend, okay, right here from the 26th of July. When, as soon as we had this correction, we are still in this major uptrend. We corrected, and right now we are, you know, potentially going to pump to slightly higher levels. I think that the 23.6K level can be claimed, all right? Just as only my opinion. So let's take a look at volume. If we take a look at the volume for the last few weeks, where do we see the highest spikes in volume? Where do we see the highest spikes in volume? Let's take a look right now. Let me just get a ray or a horizontal trend line right there. Okay, let's count a few of these red spikes also, you know. Let's count one of these. Well, basically, I want to talk about these two, right? These are the two that I want to talk about, these two major spikes. Ethereum in a pump. Yeah, if Bitcoin is pumping, very likely Ethereum will pump. Right, so just taking a look at the last few days, right? Last week, we got two major big spikes in green volume. Where is the first one? The first one is this one right over here from the 27th of July. We had some pretty nice bullish momentum. So yeah, I mean, this is very, very hard volume. Where is the top of this volume? It is exactly at the 22,669. This is where we were getting a reaction today, all right? The last few hours, we were getting a reaction at that level. So once I saw this reaction, you know, I was ready to place a small long position, okay? I am in this long position right now on Bitcoin from the $22,800 range, and I'm going to explain exactly why I entered from this range after this insane volatility. And of course, I am looking for higher. I'm looking for that 23.6 potentially to be claimed. Thanks to the reading of the volume and knowing that we are still in a local uptrend here, creating higher highs and higher lows, once we start hitting some major big support ranges such as the daily level or this candlestick right there with a huge amount of volume from the 27th of July, we got the second one from the 28th of July, bang, big volume, consolidation, bang, big volume, consolidation, double top scenario. This was very much nice for shorting these ranges. Where do we come down to retest as support? Apart from that major daily level here with the green horizontal lines, we've got the biggest spike in volume from the last month approximately. Okay, the last few weeks we have a red spike here at the end of the trend, but we have this one right there. You know, it was the biggest volume from the last few weeks. So yeah, like I said, we come down just today to retest that major level, that 4 hourly major big candle. And this is a strategy that we have been talking about for the last few days on the 5 minute, 15 minute, 4 hourly chart. 4 hourly, it is better for swing trade. You know, you do have that possibility in reaching this level. Now, what would be the smartest, you know, get in at the lowest level? Once you see a couple of 4 hourly candles here consolidating at this range, then you want to enter at the lowest level. I entered at 22.8. Of course, I am already protected from this level. If we start getting that, if I do get stopped out at break even and we still consolidate, I will have time to step back in, guys. Okay, I know it's a very difficult skill because a lot of people, you know, will probably get stopped out, and then, you know, you might consolidate here, have a little bit of volatility, and you will be scared to re-enter a trade. But you know, you do have time. I will know if we do get a consolidation and this is just a major volatility, to stop out some major over leveraged positions. But everything is indicating that we are still in a local uptrend, creating higher highs. This is correcting to one of the strongest support levels at the 22.6k level, 22.7, because of this major volume that we had on the 4 hourly, closing exactly at where we are reacting today at this range. So the possibility in coming to retest, not the highs, guys, not the highs. I'm not looking for a retest at the 24.5. It's very unlikely after creating this kind of double top scenario and exhaustion. But what it is very, very likely to retest is the 23.6k range. Why? Because it is the top from the major second volume high 4 hourly close at 23.7. As you can see, 23.6, 23.7. I would be very much you know, taking profits already, because there is a possibility we do have a lot of resistance from this range. I think I will be planning to short, you know, this range if we do reach it in the next coming days. Why? Because zooming out, I would be trying to catch, you know, some shorting opportunities at those levels. Why would I short that level? You know, we need to remind ourselves that we are in a very, very aggressive, you know, multi-monthly downtrend. We are seeing some exhaustion here. How come we are seeing some exhaustion? Because these highs, you know, are not successfully, you know, it's not creating big higher highs, right? It's a double top, basically. It's a double top. The only reason why we are getting a bounce from this range is because we have daily levels, and the volume here from the bearish momentum, this bearish momentum volume, we don't have any aggressive spikes in volume. If we saw this candlestick right there in the middle, right there, with a bang, with a huge amount of volume, I would say, whoa, you know, this, you know, the bears are having strength to the downside. What is happening right now? Yeah, we're not having any massive bearish momentum. This is just a kind of a correction, right? Till we come back up and retest some high levels. So yeah, that's basically the reason. There's not much to explain. Why are we getting a bounce from this range? Daily levels, volume reading, and price action, knowing that we are still locally in an uptrend, and this correction is actually hitting the 50% Fibonacci. You know, we can use Fibonacci also. You know, we're hitting 50% to perfection right there at this 22.7k levels, getting that reaction. 50% daily levels, huge candle with volume. You know, that bounce is kind of imminent after having these several 4 hourly candles. If you take a look at the 1 hourly chart, you know, you can confirm that you are having this consolidation right there at a major zone. Basically being a liquidity grab below these lows, and, you know, looking for higher. 23, I think these highs will be claimed. I'm going to show you exactly what levels is likely to be claimed right now. The highs right there from the 1 hourly, 4 hourly here, round about that 23.6 is very likely to be claimed, which is the high, the major volume here level on the 4 hourly, on the 1 hourly, big volume, the high is very likely to be claimed. And also we got a huge amount of support right there. As you can see, once we broke down, we continued the downtrend, getting people extremely bearish. What is very likely to happen with over leveraged positions is you're going to get that little bit of bullish momentum to hit some major resistance. I will be very much interested in shorting this 23.6, 23.7k level if we start getting this kind of price action. The reason I longed at this level was not only because it was a strong volume candle resistance zone, not because it was also some daily levels, not only because it was the 50% Fibonacci. You know, you're adding a lot of stuff here, knowing that you are going to get that bounce with high probability. It was because of this reaction. It was because also of this consolidation. This is what I want to see on the chart, because I'm going to talk about some strong levels here on Bitcoin or, you know, some other cryptos. And what happens a lot of the times is that you might get that slice through that level, right? You are coming down here and you're probably doing this. But Andy, you said that this level should hold. You know, this is a daily, this is volume, this is that. Yeah, it doesn't mean it needs to hold. You know, it might hold with high probability. You know, the moment I am going to trade is once I see a reaction from that level. Once I see that reaction from that level is when I'm going to trade, as you know. Guys, this is just talking level to level. You know, this, I don't need to know where the price is really going to go. But I think short term, we are going to see a little bit of bullish momentum, potentially to 23.6k level. I will be taking, that's my take profit area from the long of 22.8. If, you know, if we turn around right now, I am totally protected. I will get stopped out just because I entered at such a low level. You know, if we do get that round back down here and then I get stopped out, I will have time, depending on if we are still going to react from this range, to re-enter a long position. But I'm protected. I got some take profit targets. You know, I got a plan here, and you know, I'm trading the plan basically. Let's take a look at the comment section right away. Right. Andy, ¿tú consideras el hot dog un sándwich? Oh my goodness. Un bocadillo, bufo. Right. Let's take a look. 50% fib plus 200 EMA acting as support zone for now, says Nick. Absolutely. I mean, well, we can put the 200 EMA, WEMA. I don't need that moving average to know that we are likely going to get a bounce from this range. And sometimes less is more, guys, on the charts. Like I said, I don't use too much indicators, just with the basic technical analysis, because it is pretty basic. It is enough for me to be a profitable trader, because I do have a very good risk management. So yeah, I think we're only $300 away from my take profit zone from this trade. So far it's looking pretty good. We were having that reaction also looking at the lower time frame, such as the 5-minute chart. We can go right away now, you know, explaining you why. If we take a look at the 5-minute chart, you know, we had an insane volatility with high volume. This is another reason why this range is being fighting. You know, look at the bounces from this daily level. This volatility is right. This is a fight from this level, and it's very likely to get that bounce after having this bearish correction. So yeah, just giving a little bit of a few explanations here on why. Why this long position at 22.8? Is BTC creating a rising wedge? You got to let me know on what time frame. Let's take a look at the super chat. Sorry guys, I've got Chris also super chat. Thanks moderators. Oh my goodness, I forgot to read the super chat here from Chris. Let me take a look at it. How are you, my man? Says Chris. I am doing very well. I hope you are doing extremely well also. Insane supporter Chris here. Got 600 people watching at this moment and we got only 159 likes. Right, I'm gonna leave the stream and I'm gonna go through the super chat. I'm gonna leave the stream for about 30 seconds, and when I come back, I want to see here 200 likes. Okay, guys, let me just go here for 20 seconds. Okay, let's see if I come back, I can see 200 likes at least with 600 people watching. Yeah, I'm definitely leaving. Right, let's see if we do have, yes, 200 likes. I can see it. Yes, it's up 200 likes. You guys are absolutely incredible. Absolutely fantastic. 226. You guys rock. This is incredible. Phenomenal, guys. I love it. I love it. I love it. You guys rock. You guys rock. Right, let's take a look at the I don't know why I left, because I could have done this. I could have just done that. I didn't have to stand up, but anyway, okay, enough. Let's take a look at the comment section. Let's take a look at Chris super chat. Just got back from holidays and ready to smash some trade, says Chris. Absolutely phenomenal. Well, let's do some trading together. This would have been an insane trade for the live stream, actually. But I've given you the explanation, guys. The explanation is there for these potential trades. And I'm going to go through right away. It would have been nice if I would have done the live stream just a few hours ago to get ready for that long position together. I mean, this is the thing. If we do not have the trade there on the live stream, then yeah, sometimes it's before, sometimes it's after. It would be nice just directly on the stream. So, Chris, can you have a look at CRO and CHZ, which is Chile's, after analyzing BTC for the community? Absolutely. Let's take a look at Pro and let's take a look at CHZ right away. Let's take a look right away. Andy dumping. Yes, I was dumping then. Let's take a look at CRO, Crow. First here for my man Chris. Thanks for the super chat, Chris. You're the man. Insane support. Ooh, we are getting a pretty solid breakout at this moment on CRO. There is a little bit of bullish momentum from this ascending channel. Ooh, we're breaking the resistance at this moment. Wow. It's looking pretty aggressive. Looking pretty aggressive. Let's take a look at CRO. I mean, the best long-in opportunity here on CRO, in my personal opinion, and it's a risky one because you are in a kind of an ascending channel. These are usually bearish. They do tend to break down. Of course, we have been going down for quite some time here, but you are hitting the biggest point of control from the volume trader the last last 40 days approximately here on CRO. So what happened here, you had that correction to the 618 level from this pump, hitting the biggest point of control and then retesting the highs. What is happening right now, you had a kind of a double top scenario. I mean I would have probably shorted this and I would have probably got stopped out. This is why I mostly trade Bitcoin. I have much more experience with Bitcoin. These altcoins sometimes, yeah, they get me on my nerves. They are very volatile, and sometimes they just, yeah. Anyway, I much prefer trading Bitcoin and Ethereum sometimes. But what is basically happening right now on on CRO is that we are breaking a major resistance zone here from the 14-cent level. Okay, we've broken here the highs. Let's do some short-term analysis. I think this is we could continue the pump right now all the way to around about 16 cents, 16.4 cents right there to these major lows. Why? Because we don't have much volume, right? The volume has been very low during this price action to the downside. What is happening right now is that you are seeing that pretty nice bullish momentum. It could go as high as about 16.3 cents, right? The lows from the support level. Fast move to the downside. It can be fast move up to these to this major resistance zone. What would it be? You know, would I long from here? Absolutely not. You know, you could get a pretty decent correction here. It could also happen. So if we take a look at the 1 hourly chart, volume, I mean, wow, pretty insane volume the last couple of days. You know, actually this morning, early this morning, we started off with some pretty intense volume. Hang on 1 second. I just want to zoom in here, take a look at what is happening. So because we had the highs here at 14 cents approximately, having that choppy action, claiming these highs. Then we have had the breakout. Yeah, we were having the consolidation here. This was a very, very hard one because it's a double top potential scenario. It was a very, very hard scenario here on CRO. I mean, it has insane bullish momentum. You know, I would say at this current moment that we are basically creating a solid breakout, and we are going to be hitting the 16.2 cents in the next couple of days. If we do get that correction down, let's go with price action and volume. You know, we are in a crazy uptrend at this moment, breaking some major resistance levels, which is the 14-cent range. If we zoom in here on CRO, there's not an insane amount of volume here, but the ideal scenario, looking at the 1 hourly or even the 4 hourly, we could go to the 1 hourly time frame. Check out this high created over here on the 30th of July. It added some pretty intense volume. We have some intense volume right there, attempting to break the highs. And of course, what we are seeing now is, you know, pretty nice volume here with this breakout. If we were to be lucky enough to see a little bit of a correction and a consolidation, it would be ideal with low volume. It would be an ideal for a potential long, right? You're breaking resistance with volume, you correct with low volume, that correction to 14 cents, and having a consolidation, very much importantly, because you could dump and break straight through here the 14-cent level, guys. You could actually do something like this, bang. And you might think, oh my goodness, I longed here because I thought, you know, reading the volume and price action, we were breaking resistance. It didn't hold as support. Well, why did you get stopped out? Why did you enter a trade here? Well, you rushed in, you FOMO'd into that potential support level. Like I said, most of the times I wait for a reaction on the price, waiting for multiple attempts to break down this support to confirm that I am going to long this level. And it's the same with Bitcoin. If we take a look at Bitcoin, you know, same scenario. Why did I long here? I longed not only because we had large volume and big support here at the 22.6 level, I longed because of the reaction here. We had solid reaction. We're starting to see some pretty nice volume holding the range. And that was enough for me to pull the trigger to enter a long. I knew that the bounce is likely. And as soon as I get the bounce, I can protect my position. So yeah. Let's take a look also at guys having a little bit of a laugh here from me dumping here on the chart, was moving down. Can we get a little bit of pumpy action on the likes, as Hugh Manati? Thank you very much. Right. Let's take a look at where Chris. Hang on a second. I'm going to take a look at the super chat right away. I can see, just want to read the comment sections here. People having a little bit of a laugh. It's always good to have a little bit of humor here on the live streams. Impressive Hollywood special effects, says Nick. Yeah, absolutely. Let's take a look at this other cryptocurrency from Nick, and I'll go through the other super chat 1 second, guys. For me, it's most importantly to take a look at the comments and the super chats and having a good time, despite having some good analysis, some good trading opportunities, how to read the charts for taking advantage of the market. Let's take a look at CHZ was the one for Chris, which is Chili's. Okay, right away. That is my opinion on CRO. Basically, it does look like that we have a ticket here. We have a free ticket to continue pumping in between today and tomorrow, all the way up to the next big zone where we do have volume, right? Value area low on the volume profile. No volume from this breakout. This is why we're going a little bit parabolic, right? We came straight down with no volume. Yeah, it's going to be pretty easy to go straight up to that 16.2 cent level in the next coming hours potentially. If we do have a small correction and a little bit of a reaction, you know, it would be a potential nice long. You know, you could see that good opportunity. But when this happens, it is just usually a straight candlestick here to the upside, all the way to 16.2 potentially, where you could get that reaction. You will be starting to hit some major fib levels. I would say the 618 from this high range. Of course, now we've got a few levels here to take a look at Fibonacci on CRO. We've got here and here potentially when the start of the drop. If we take a look at Fibonacci from this high to the lows, you are basically 618, 65 is at that 16 cent range. You could get that volatility at this level also by hitting the 618 level, getting a consolidation. You could have a major correction from the 16.2. It is very, very possible, all depending on how we react at that range in the next coming days. This is what I think on CRO. Where do we have also major fib level from these highs after the aggressive drop that happened in May? So from these highs at the 20 cent level, all the way down to the 9 cent range, 9 cent range. Then we also have the 618 at 16.5 and 16.8 cents. You know, major fibs. This is a range where you could get a consolidation. Major Fibonacci level support, starting to see volume at the range, value area low from this volume traded in between May and the beginning of June. So that is, you know, no doubt in my mind, it is likely that we're going to hit 16.2. You missed, I would say you missed the long. You missed the long in opportunity, unless we correct and you consolidate at 14 cents, and you could get that another opportunity for a long. I would be more interested in looking for shorts at 16.2 cents. If we do start consolidating at that range in the next coming days on CRO, on chronos, then yeah, it's maybe going to be a good short, because we are very aggressively in a downtrend. We are hitting resistance and major fib levels from the drop. We're starting to hit some volume. You know, we could get a nice little trade on chronos in the next coming days at that strong level. So let's take a look at CHZ, or yeah, Chili's right there. Also for my man Chris. Let's go to the daily, zoom out a little bit. It has had a little bit of pumpy action. We can get a few of these lines here. Bit of a mess on the chart from past analysis. We can get a few things out of the way here and do a little bit of fresh analysis. We don't need these high levels. We can get them off, and start off where we at right now. These levels are very far away, so let's start off right now where we at. You know, there is a very important low levels on Chili's at the 17-18 cent level. Okay, this is the most important level that we are below at this moment. We are below this level, and below the level is pretty close. We actually almost touched it today, I would say. We almost touched that level. We are getting that correction from this range. You can see multiple attempts right there as support in the summer of 2021. Also here in January, also in February, getting those bounces from that 16, 17 cent level. Finally breaking down. This is the first test of this range. We are in a very aggressive multi-monthly downtrend. Stay cautious at this level. You could see a potential corrective move. Now this is the 4-hourly chart right now on Chili's, right? This is the major zone that we are looking at. The 16.8 cent level, right? 16.8. We only hit about 16 cents just a few hours ago. I think more bullish momentum is possible. We have an insane volume here on Chili's. Let me just zoom in and I do think we could come higher, maybe to 17, 18 cents in the next couple of days. That is the range that I would be looking for shorting opportunities if we start getting this choppy action. If we start getting choppy action like this, you know, like this, at this level, at this 16 to 18 cent range, I would be very much interested in looking for a short position after we do have that volatility, just because we are on a multi-monthly downtrend. This would be a swing short position, especially Bitcoin. I mean, Bitcoin does look bearish in the mid-term, you know. It's double top scenario. We are an aggressive downtrend. I mean, it doesn't matter that I am long from this level. You know, I am bearish. I am bearish on Bitcoin. I will be taking most of my profits here from the 23.6k range. But this doesn't mean, you know, and if we do get that reaction from this 23.6, you know, it's a major level that I would be looking for shorts. First of all, I need to analyze Bitcoin to then analyze altcoins. I would not long any altcoins if I'm looking to short Bitcoin. This is extremely important, guys. If I do think that Bitcoin is going to get a major correction from a major level, no matter how bullish an altcoin looks on the chart, I will definitely not long it if Bitcoin is bearish, guys. And this is a kind of a rule number one thing in crypto. If you are trading altcoins, I don't hardly trade altcoins. It's enough for me to trade Bitcoin 80% of the times. But it's a number one rule, you know. Most of the altcoins do what Bitcoin does. Of course, they do have their volatile moments, you know, major pumps of 50% or 100%, and maybe Bitcoin has only moved 5%. They do have their own life. But if Bitcoin is going to have a major correction, it is likely that the altcoins are going to, 90% of them. So like I said, you know, not much to add on Chili's. If Chili's does manage to climb up to in between 16 and 18 cents, all right, in the next coming days, and starts creating some choppy action, multiple attempts in breaking this resistance zone, which is also the lows from 2021, I gotta say, you know, it's the first real retest after the major drop. I think I would be looking for shorts, especially if Bitcoin looks bearish. Right, let's take a look at the comment section right away, because I do think I do have a super chat. I do see the S&P 500 having a little bit of choppy action also, you know. I'm in a very, very tight short positions. I do, you know, it's a strong level. The traditional market is also on the verge of a major correction. Now, this doesn't mean, you know, that, you know, a little bit of more momentum. We are in a local uptrend here for several weeks. On the S&P 500, I do see a little bit of more volatility and attempts to go higher, and then very likely to see that correction, you know, during the rest of August. Very, very likely. Very, very likely, potentially even to September. It's just very likely to happen. We're hitting a huge amount of volume on the VPVR. Of course, yeah, massive bearish trend, multi-monthly bearish trend. It is likely to have that continuation back down after this uptrend, right? This is just a bounce from the major uptrend, from the major downtrend, sorry. So yeah, not much to add on that. Let's take a look here at the comment section, because I do have another super chat here from Brian. Hi Andy, can you check XVG Verge? Thanks. Absolutely. Let's take a look at XVG right away. insane. I'm trying to take a look at so many comments here. I've got all my moderators giving insane support. Smash the like button. Thanks Seb, thanks Joseph, thanks Raising Pixel, Mark Dutch. You guys are insane. Let's take a look at Verge XVG on the chart. I mean, guys, we need to focus. I can take a look at the chart from these cryptos. I think this one has been one that's been absolutely insane on you know, for easy technical analysis, breaking resistance and support. I think it was this one, Verge. Yeah, I'm trying to look for a chart that I did have here, but it's probably not Verge. Anyway, never mind. Let's do some fresh analysis on Verge XVG. Let's go to the 3-day chart. Massive cycle here, massive hype back in 2017. This is what's going to happen to a lot of the cryptos in the next cycle. This is why you need to choose some very good altcoins such as Ethereum, Bitcoin, that will eventually break all-time high, in my personal opinion, in the next coming years. And then you got these risky altcoins that you do think that's going to reach all-time high at some point. You had the cycle of 2017 and the cycle of 2021 right there, okay? The top of the cycle. This one hasn't had the power to go to the all-time highs. This is what's going to happen to a lot of the cryptocurrencies in the next bull run. You're going to see the all-time high right there, and you're going to see it consolidating for many months and maybe a couple of years. And then you're going to see the bull run, Bitcoin breaking all-time high, Ethereum and some other major altcoins like L1s and L2s and good projects. And you are going to see a lot of the altcoins not managing to break the all-time high from, you know, 2021, basically. It's just going to happen. A lot of cryptos will die off. And this one does kind of look like it is, right? It is currently, and I'm totally sorry about this, but you know, we are trading at levels almost from March of 2020 when we had the C19 crash, right? If you take a look at this crypto, we're at the top here before we had the major drop. It went all the way here to 0.001 cents. We're at 0.003 cents at this moment. Absolutely crazy. We almost went below the March 2020 lows here, looking at XVG. If you take a look at Bitcoin, Bitcoin is very far away from the low of, you know, I'm not going to take a look at it now, but the lows from March of 2020 were around about $4,000, approximately around that range. We're still very far away from those lows. I don't think we'll ever see Bitcoin at $4,000. I mean, never say never, but I think it's very improbable. I wish we would see it, at least for a few weeks. Buy some Bitcoin at those levels right now. It would be absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, XVG right now, it is, I'm not going to lie, it is at extreme low levels. You know, we had massive, check out this consolidation, this massive accumulation from 2019, 2020, 2021, part of, you know, yeah, not even 2021, January, it started pumping like crazy. But yeah, part of 2018, you know, I was entering crypto, you know, around this range, you know, massive bearish momentum on Bitcoin. What do you get? You get most of the people, you know, being extremely bearish, you know, this is dead. It's going to take, you know, it basically takes a long time. It takes a few years till you have the recovery. We are basically trading at this range right now in crypto, right? Where you're going to see some pumpy action, get people bullish, come back down, sideways, boring, people leaving crypto. And that is the moment you want to start buying, you know, like crazy, because you want to, you know, that's what I did. You know, I already knew about the cycles. I knew about crypto, DeFi. I thought this is huge. This is going to have a massive cycle. So it did have that cycle. These are the moments you want to start selling some of your capital, of course. So that is, we will have another wave, another cycle. It's just going to take, in my personal opinion, you know, quite some time. It's just going to take a few years. V-shaped recovery, very unlikely with the economy, the market condition. It's just very unlikely to happen. So we're going to have time to accumulate. Is this one a good one? I have no idea. I haven't done research on this one, but it's at extreme low levels. If you want to know about this one, you know, for accumulating, it's at extreme low levels, XVG. Most of the volume right there from 2019, 2020, yeah, it's at accumulation levels. If you wish to buy this one, you know, it's currently at that range. If we take a look at the short-term analysis, can this one have a short-term bounce? Absolutely. I mean, I do think that this is very, very likely to get some kind of relief rally. A lot of the altcoins lag behind. We are seeing some altcoins such as Chronos, such as Chili's, already having that pump, right? Having, you know, we are in a very aggressive downtrend, but you are seeing the bearish momentum getting exhausted. This is ready for a big relief rally. Would I speculate along here? This is the question. Would I speculate that this is going to get that relief rally before continuing down? This is very hard. If you do have tight stop losses, you know, you could speculate for that potential pump on XVG on Verge. I would be more interested if we do get that pumpy action and consolidate at this range from these lows and get a little bit of bullish momentum, fake out. More interested in shorting that level in this big, massive bearish trend. But you could speculate that a relief rally is very, very likely, potentially to the 0.007 cents. So actually having a 100% pump, this is just very, very likely to happen on, you know, on Verge. Not much to add on these altcoins. There is a big possibility it won't also, because maybe Bitcoin is not going to have more bullish momentum and start getting exhausted, which I do think is going to happen. If Bitcoin starts getting exhausted here at the 23.6, then I definitely wouldn't be looking for longing this, you know, definitely not, because if I am looking for Bitcoin to potentially get a consolidation here, you know, at 50% Fibonacci and potentially continue that down and making this momentum, if I have the idea that this is very likely to happen on Bitcoin, I would definitely not speculate in a long position on an altcoin such as Verge right there. If it still hasn't pumped, definitely not, because it will continue back down. Bitcoin will drag it down. So Bitcoin is a signal also for those major levels and for some potential trades. So yeah, stay cautious with these altcoins, guys. Bitcoin is the leader. Bitcoin is number one. Can you look at MGRT? What is MGRT? Can we take a look at MGRT? Absolutely, guys. Remember, trading platforms that I use, Bybit, PrimeXBT, you do have insane bonuses down below, guys. And Bybit, you got up to $4,450 worth of bonus. And on PrimeXBT, you get 7% added to your deposit. If you are interested, make sure to use the links down below. It's another way to support the channel. This is only for experienced traders, of course. If you have no idea what you're doing on the chart and don't have good risk management, do not trade, guys. It is likely you will lose money. So, let's said that, of course, let's take a look at this cryptocurrency. We've got also SLP, MGRT here for Kadea. Let's take a look at MGRT. MGRT US dollar. I have no idea what this crypto is. MGRT smart contract. Hang on one second. I can't find it. I can't find what this crypto is. Hang on one second. I'm trying to find this crypto for someone in the comment section. Yeah, I can't find your comment right now. Oh my goodness. Never mind. I can't find this crypto. Let's take a look at another crypto. Terra says again ignored. Oh my goodness. Andy, please check POSL and METIS. I want to buy METIS, I guess. METIS? METIS, I guess. Yeah, not METIS. So let's take a look at for Terra Jani says she got ignored. She or he, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not ignoring. It's just mission impossible for me to take a look at all of the comments. You need to understand this. Let's take a look at polls. Okay, polls is Poker Starter. Let's take a look at Poker Starter. This rings a bell, this project. I can't remember right now what it exactly was. Massive floor levels potentially. Let's take a look at polls US dollar right away. Going sideways for quite a few months right now. Let's see if we do have some more data here. Yeah, right over here we do have a little bit of more data on the chart. A lot of volatility. You know, it's a very low cryptocurrency market cap, 61 million. It's a mid-low cap. This volatility is absolutely insane. I do not want to trade any cryptos with this volatility. You can buy and hold for the long term, but I wouldn't be looking for trading this insane volatility. This also looks like it is kind of at floor levels. We've had bearish exhaustion. We've been at floor levels here for several months. A potential big relief rally is likely. You know, once you see these floor ranges, you know, bearish exhaustion, you do get that pump momentum. So you can speculate here that this will have a bullish momentum potentially to these highs. We've also got the summer lows. This is where we are getting this reaction also from the summer lows of 2021. But it is kind of ready for that bigger correction. If we take a look at the 4-hourly chart, volatility is crazy here. Bullish momentum, I don't know. I mean, look at this. I think, but it is likely to get a little bit of more bullish momentum potentially. If Bitcoin does behave, not much to analyze on this. I can't analyze this massive volatility on the chart, sorry. Let's take a look at Metis. Do we have any data on Metis? Metis is huge layer 2 solution. I think there's going to be several months hovering in between, you know, $20, $10, $30, $40. You know, all of this range I think is good for buying opportunity on Metis. It has been added on Gemini, on Coinbase. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty good. You know, June. You know, when you got an altcoin, when you got a cryptocurrency being added, you know, in the bear market, in these very high, you know, in these large exchanges such as Coinbase, this was added in June by the looks of things. That's a good sign. It's also been added on Gemini. What else? You know, we've got some. I remember looking at Metis only directly from gate.io because there was no data on the chart when we were actually spotting Metis when it was at low levels before it had that massive run to about $400. Now that all of these large exchanges are adding Metis, it looks, even Femex has got Metis to buy on spot. Pretty insane. You know, this does mean something. L2s, you know, are going to absolutely rock in the next bull run. So yeah, taking a look at Metis, basically, I do have it ready here on gate.io. You know, this does look like it is very close to floor levels. You know, it did hit $16 just a few weeks ago, pumped all the way up almost to $40. This already did a 2x, you know, in the bullish momentum that we did have. You know, this is very likely for me going to be $1,000 coin in the next bull run. This is the like Metis. This is like Matic 2.0. You know, if you want to buy one of those risky altcoins where you can potentially, you know, 50x your capital, I think this is one of them. You know, this is one of them that I am taking the risk. I am definitely putting some of my capital to look for those, you know, large, massive gains in the next bull run, whenever that's going to be in the next 1 to 2 or 3 years. But it's definitely worth it. And these are very, very, you know, juicy levels, right? You know, where you are going sideways. You've had the cycle. People are already depressed. You know, these levels, I have been buying some Metis at this range for the last few weeks. Because it's just, the bearish momentum is finished, you know. It's going sideways. We could have another leg down to retest below $20. I would be very much interested in trading. They're also, something very important about Metis, they have had the unlock from their token. They've had a crazy unlock system. Most of the tokens are in supply right now from the total supply. Of course, there will be an unlock. It's a total of 10 million. But I remember talking about this crypto. There was 1 million in circulating supply and a max supply of 5.4 million. And I was like, And I did see they did have a pretty aggressive unlocking, mechanism, which was going to push the price down. So you need to understand this, of course, that it's very likely that it's going to push down. What's happened right now inside of the last few months, the unlock has been aggressive. It's pushed down. We are currently at 4.3. There should be some more unlock here. We're still below 1 million, still 1 million here to be unlocked, but not that much, okay? There won't be as much of selling pressure. So, you want my opinion, Metis DAO, Metis token, it's the Matic 2.0 in my personal opinion. Vitalik's mum is also part of this project, the creator of Ethereum. I mean, that's not the only reason, of course. They are, huge developers on it and big investors looking behind Metis. Layer 2 solution for Ethereum. It's one of those altcoins that I am, definitely going to add up till the next bull run. SLP, please, Andy. Absolutely. Let's take a look at SLP. Smooth Love Potion from Axie Infinity. Let's take a look at this one. This one has infinite supply by the looks of things. Looking at CoinGecko, it has infinite supply. Do we have more data here on SLP? Maybe on Binance? Very, very aggressive downtrend here. Hang on 1 second. SLP. Wow. Yeah, I mean, this has been absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Let's take a look at the 3-day chart. Get this descending wedge that did not successfully break up. It just continued down. I mean, this is floor levels right now. These are floor levels. SLP can be traded on Bybit, if I'm not mistaken. Remember, you do have an insane bonus on Bybit down below. Smooth Love Potion can be traded on Bybit. What has happened basically on Smooth Love Potion is that it's just that floor levels. It does have an infinite supply, and this is always not good for crypto. Total supply and maximum supply is just, it's not finite, as you can see here on Smooth Love Potion. So this is obviously not going to have a good effect, and we can see all this on the chart. Massive bear market. It's a utility token on Axie Infinity, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. Never played Axie Infinity. Did a just tiny wee bit of research, not much, but I know it's a utility token on Axie Infinity game. Right now, it's just at floor levels. We've been trading at this range at a quarter of a cent. For quite a few, several months from May, June, July, now entering in August. Is a relief rally very likely to happen? I mean, I think so. It's just, this is kind of ready for a relief rally. Looking at the 4-hourly chart, there's not much to analyze here. Not much to analyze. Looking at the aggressive bearish momentum, there's a solid consolidation right there. You could get you could have these highs to be claimed in the next coming days, maybe a few weeks. There's not much to analyze on this. Sorry about that. These highs can be claimed. Very likely have a bigger relief rally in the next coming days and weeks, potentially to continue back down. I'm not going to lie here. I mean, there's not much to analyze. Relief rally, we're going floor levels, bearish exhaustion. It is likely to get that relief pump. Right, Andy, can you please do a long-term weekly, monthly chart for Bitcoin and your thought on next 6 months to 1 year? Whoa, yeah, absolutely, we can do that. I have gas after Mexican food, says Mark. Yeah, it seems like it's gas for Axie Infinity. Yeah. let's BTC dump or pump. Well, for the moment, check out the beginning of the live stream. I do explain why I'm actually in a long position on Bitcoin, looking for that 23.6k level to be claimed. Maybe you are going to have a lower high created on Bitcoin right there. If we do get that consolidation, I am looking to short Bitcoin if we consolidate at that 23.6 23.7k range. Of course, my probability here on Bitcoin was getting a bounce, longing this 22.8 here, just like I did on Bybit right there, looking for that long position from that bounce. I do explain the reason why of that long. Very important, explaining why, so you can detect that in the future. I know most of you are not, because this is it's trading is a skill. You need to be on the charts, you know, be patient, have good risk management to trade. It's definitely not easy. Definitely not easy. It's not recommended for all the public. Right, I forgot what crypto I was going to take a look at right now. Sorry guys. What about Ethereum? Let's take a look at Ethereum right away. Is Ethereum retesting the 1,700? It's probably at the 1,650. Just slightly above that range. Stay cautious on Ethereum. Stay extremely cautious. Yeah. I think, you know, let me just check here. 1 second. I mean, this does look like a nice short. It does look like a nice short. I mean, we could have Bitcoin reversing from this range. I haven't checked out big resistance levels. I think another leg up here on Bitcoin would be the ideal scenario to exit my trade. If we start reversing from here, then it is what it is. But on Ethereum, this does look like a nice shorting level. If we start consolidating at this range, it does look like a nice potential short. Check out the liquidity grabs that you do get below the lows, right? Bang, you know, this is why the lows are likely to be claimed once you start breaking some low levels. You know, we're going to claim these lows. There's this huge amount of liquidity there to catch some stops from extreme long positions, thinking that you are going to get that bounce from this range. No, you need to look for the last higher low. Liquidity grabs right there. So, I mean, volume is same thing for Ethereum. I mean, look at this. This is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. What we talked about on Bitcoin at the beginning of the live stream, check out on Ethereum. The biggest volume. Where's the biggest volume? Right there. For the last couple of weeks. Where do we have our next big volume? This range over here. Consolidation. Bang to the upside. Big volume. Where does the price of Ethereum retrace and consolidate to get a bounce from? Let's see this volume. Let's see this candle. Let's get a box. Put it at the top. Oh, there we have it. There we have our long-in opportunity, guys. This is how you just need to practice on the chart, guys. I am giving you the information. You are the guys that need to practice and trade it in the future and make some gains. Let's take a look. I mean, on Ethereum, I do think that higher levels is possible. I think, you know, $1,700 is possible. We are currently hitting major lows here, major support level turning into resistance. All of this low range on Ethereum, looking at the 1 hourly volume, is indicating though that, hey, the pressure is going up. We're in a local uptrend. We are correcting with volume going down. We've suddenly seen the spikes. You know, it is likely to get that bounce from this wall of money. Volume is money. There's a huge wall of money here. Is this wall of money that has invested in Ethereum at these price level? Are these people going to let the price go lower? You know, these little babies, are they going to let these little babies go below this range where, you know, this is just a few $1,000,000. This is potentially a few $100 million, sorry. So is a few million going to push the price below this range? Absolutely not. They are going to buy this level. They're going to protect the range. And then maybe at higher levels, once you see this kind of price action, then of course they are going to start exiting here. All of these this buying pressure right there, they could start exiting as soon as they see the bearish, the bullish exhaustion, right? And then that is what will create a potential bigger correction, right? If it's just pure emotions here on the chart, looking at volume. Almost 700 watching. Hit that like cronies. Thanks, Mark Dutch. All this love. Let's smash the like button for this guy, says Seb. You're amazing, guys. Mark Dutch, Seb, Joseph, Racing Pixel. Scotty must be sleeping. It's midnight. No, it's definitely not midnight, but it's very late there. Much later than midnight, of course. My man, you're great. Love you, says Prayas. Wow, absolutely insane. I love you too. I've been seeing the most notifications from ETC. It's been up 10% and then again down 10%. It's been all over the place. All of this volatility is insane, guys. Stay extremely cautious with these altcoins. I prefer trading Bitcoin and Ethereum, you know. They have much more volume. They are much harder to manipulate. Volume reading is much easier. Market structure, levels. These altcoins that are, you know, I mean, ETC does have a large market capitalization, but there is some fishy stuff behind that, you know, behind, this project, in my opinion. You know, insane volatility, no doubt, in my mind, you know, very, very large volatility on these altcoins also. Let's see if we have a little bit of more pumpy action. Not much to add, guys. Top lad, learned so much as Snood. Thank you very much. Andy, BTC on the weekly, monthly for the long term, says Srinivas. Absolutely, let's do this. Let's do this. What's up with Gala? What's going on with Gala? Don't tell me that Gala is pumping. We did say that Gala was likely to pump just a few days ago from this kind of descending wedge pattern. It is having a little bit of pumpy action. It does look like it wants to spike up. We've been saying this for the last few days, live streams. It does look like it wants to have a spike up. Not much to add here on Gala. Let's take a look at Bitcoin here on the monthly, weekly chart. For that, let's go to the Brave new coin. This will take me to the existence of, you know, of Bitcoin from since it was starting to chart back in 2011, I think. We'll take a look at the logarithmic. Yeah, we got tilt from 2010. Bitcoin was created in 2008. Of course, it was still no transactions, no nothing since late 2009, where it started to have a price at just a few cents, just 1 cent. Imagine this was only 11 years ago. Buying Bitcoin at a few cents. Come on, guys. Cole Marty from Back to the Future. We'll go back to 2010 and buy a bunch of Bitcoin altogether. Let's take a look on what do I think on Bitcoin in the next coming months. And there is something very important. And I'll take a look at Joker's Wild's super chat right now. And let me just give you my personal opinion, because I do think there are several months of bear market. I do think that the S&P economy is potentially going to have a little bit of more correction, guys, in the next coming months. Let's face it. All of these bounces, all of these bullish momentum, till when? Do you think the S&P 500 will go to all-time high in the next coming months? It is probably not. So I think more bearish momentum is possible for Bitcoin. But we could have those relief pumps to $30,000. Hey, if we go to $30,000, in the next coming weeks, I would still be bearish, you know. I would still be relatively bearish. I do think, you know, this is potentially going to be a relief rally, and we could have a correction from this range. I know a lot of people are going to start becoming extremely bullish. We're going to start facing a lot of resistance at 28k, at 30k, 32k, a little bit of volatility, fake pumps. And I think that we are still going to be bearish for 6 to 24 months, potentially on Bitcoin, 2023, 2024. And then, you know, the scenario here in breaking below $19,000 successfully, which is the last all-time high, we are at the verge. You know, the more times we retest this range in the next coming months, especially if we do have a relief rally, a larger one, and come down, this will not be any accumulation event. If we start accumulating right now for the next 2-3 months and come back down to 19, 18, come back up and then come back down and have this range trade, I think this is going to be an accumulation scenario. But if we do have a big relief pump, oh, that's going to be a little bit scary. I do think that we are going to come back down. I don't like these big rallies. If it comes back down, then I do think there is a high chance that this $19,000 all-time high major weekly level is going to break. If it does break, of course, I think my target is $12,000, only because the price momentum here has been very fast. We don't have very much volume from 12,000 to 20,000. Bitcoin hasn't had very much price action, just a few weeks in between 12,000 and 20,000. It will take just a couple of weeks to push down. I think it will be an aggressive drop. It might be fast and then have a fast recovery, but it will be a fast drop down there. And not much more. That's just my personal opinion on seeing how we move level to level. Check out the price action from 19,000 all the way to $32,000. It was very fast. This is the weekly chart. It only took 3 weeks to get up there. Of course, we had a major support level at $30,000. What happened? You know, this was not a successful breakout looking at the weekly. We did drip down to 25, but came back up to the $30,000 range for several weeks here in May of 2022, you know, just a few months ago. Once we successfully broke down, we came down very fast. As you can see, it was just 2 weeks. In just 2 weeks, we went from 30k to 18k. It was just 2 weeks. Why? Because as soon as we lost this support level, the price action from this range was so fast, it was just as fast to the downside. So this is why if we break $19,000 major support and the price action from $12,000, which was the highs from the bear market back in 2019 and 2020 here, looking at the weekly, price action from this resistance zone of $12,000 was very fast. It was also very fast here, up and down back in 2017. If we lose $19,000, it is very likely to come down to $12,000 very fast. It might move fast back up, but that is my my scenario here, and the explanation on why we could fall down very fast if we lose $19,000 range. Let me take a look here. DXY is pumping. Does this mean that Bitcoin is going to dump right away? DXY, also, we talked about DXY here on the 4 hourly, saying, you know, it is possible that we're not going to lose these lows. It looked like it was going to lose this low. We broke down from this major support, but we said, you know, if we do not break down from this high, then, you know, this is potentially just going to be another higher low. We're still in a very aggressive uptrend on the DXY. It's defending here this 105 range very nicely. This is not good for Bitcoin. Let's take a look at Bitcoin, guys. Most importantly, still pumping a little bit. Like I said, I do think that this level is going to be claimed. The 23.6. We just a couple of $100 away. That's my take profit level. Why is it my take profit level? I explained it at the beginning of the live stream. Why I longed here. Why this is a take profit? Because it's the high from this major 4-hourly candle with large volume, and we've also got an insane amount of support. It might be a good shorting opportunity. The lows here. Look at how many bounces we do have at this 23.6k level. If we hit that level and starting getting this reaction, I'm going to short the market, baby. So yeah, I'm looking for that reaction at that 23.6. We might not even reach it, but if we reach it, it's a good level. Amigos, let's take a look at this super chat right away. Joker's Wild, let's take a look. Love your great approach to TA, Andy. Could you please take a look at EGLD? Cheers, buddy. You're very welcome. Let's take a look at EGLD. Guys, absolutely destroy that like button here. Right away. Let's take a look at EGLD, see what's going on. We had a small ascending channel here that broke down. We can get this out of the way, but that was pretty insane. How we actually broke the support, turned it into resistance and came back down. We didn't retest the lows, but it got respected as resistance. We can take that channel out of the way right now. Old stuff. Right, EGLD right now, it is creating higher lows. It is creating slightly lower highs, but it is creating higher lows. You know, we could see a little bit of more bullish momentum here on EGLD. This one got absolutely crushed on the bear market. It is going sideways here for several weeks. This is the thing. Would you consider this as a kind of an ascending triangle as you are creating higher lows on the chart? I think it could retest the $63, which is the highs range from this level. There's a possibility there. Stay cautious because all depending on Bitcoin. Bitcoin starts correcting aggressively, which I do think could happen as soon as you start hitting these resistance levels. I wouldn't trade these altcoins. It does look like it could have that leg up. A potential retest for the highs here. 1, 2, and maybe you're going to create another retest from this level. Of course, what would be the highest probability trade if you want to get into a trade here? I mean, you are creating higher lows, right? Consistently still creating higher lows. So the most likely scenario is what, because you're creating higher lows, you want to attempt to hit the highs here of $63. So I do think that momentum could happen in the next coming days, maybe hours, days, could have that momentum. Would I speculate along here? No, absolutely not. But looking at the analysis, it's highly probable that you are going to retest these highs at $63. Now, looking at EGLD, what would be the highest probability trade? Of course, looking at the 4-hourly chart or the daily chart, you know, there's a major level here at the $63 level, right? 63, 64. If you get that solid breakout with high volume, this is likely to be a level to be bounced from. At least one bounce, okay? So that would be the highest probability trade. So why rush into a speculation long or short here, in my opinion, where you can actually, you know, short good levels of support and resistance or long them. So, you know, that would be the highest probability long position. What would be the high probability short position? This level that has been very much respected right there. What level is this? This level is the $48. $48 is lost very strong support level. You will be creating a kind of a head and shoulder scenario right there, right? So it's an insane neckline right there. If you do have a solid breakout, it is potentially going to, yeah, it's very likely going to get a resistance, right? You need to be quick because it might have a quick price action for that bounce. If you solidly break down, if you have massive volume and break down, you know, you want to potentially catch that level. So you could have that scenario here also on EGLD. You know, there is a little bit of a head and shoulder scenario right there, getting exhausted. Whereas also the higher lows right there. It's a difficult range, you know, highest probability trade, easy peasy. Get this resistance, you have a solid breakout, get it quickly into the first bounce to retest the highs. Break this major support level at $48. You know, something is going to happen in the next coming days. It's not going to range trade here forever. It will happen at some point, you know, in the next week, maybe two. Try and get those levels well marked up and get into the first trade. Of course, you are risking also the probability in creating a double bottom. So it's in and out. Get in and out the trade. You create double tops and double bottoms every single time in Bitcoin and crypto, guys. So, you know, you want to be fast. You know, it might be a day trade looking at the 4 hourly. It might be a little small swing trade. But get in and get out as soon as you consolidate at resistance and support levels. Guys, this is going to be it. Make sure to destroy the like button. If you want an insane bonus, make sure to check out Bybit, also PrimeXBT. Okay, you do have insane bonuses down below. Make sure to claim them, guys. Scroll down here. I've got both tutorials also in the description for Bybit and PrimeXBT. On Bybit, there is up to $4,450, 0% maker fee for 30 days, and on PrimeXBT, you get 7% added to your deposit. Both tutorials are down below, guys. Stay safe trading. Let's see what happens. I am thinking that we are going to get, you know, a little bit of more pumpy action. I'm looking for a reaction at that 23.6. Let's see if we create a lower high and continue back down, guys. Safe trading. Thank you very much, everyone. And I will see you in the next one.